The Sound of Dao podcast is also available to listen to on iTunes, Spotify, and Audible. So if you want to listen to your podcast, you can go check it out there. If not, what's up, guys? Okay, I know, okay. This whole podcast, this whole review is supposed to literally come out like 4 days ago now, okay? It was supposed to come out on Thursday. I had to delay because I just watched the movie too late, and then it was supposed to come out on Friday. And basically, what happened was it got content ID'd, okay? So basically, what I did was I didn't show footage from the new Godzilla versus Kong, the one that just came out, obviously, because that's stupid and that's bound to get copywritten. But basically, what I did was I showed footage from the 1962, basically stop motion, stupid, silly version of Godzilla versus King Kong. And because I saw so many clips of it on YouTube, I figured, oh, this is not content ID'd. It should be fine. But no, what do? Freaking Toho Films, content IDs. My stupid little B-roll of Godzilla and Kong fighting from 1962, and it's like, what the hell? So basically, I'm just gonna post the same review. I don't want to record the whole review over again, but just wanted to preface that. Okay, that's why it came out so late. I did post it, and then it got blocked, literally blocked from viewership in the United States. And I was like, okay, well, I can't post this now. All my freaking viewers are from the United States. So yeah, here it is, folks. Godzilla versus Kong, the full review. Not re-recording it, but I will say. By the way, spoiler alert. But I will say, it is definitely a movie that I recommend watching and I think is worth seeing. So anyways, guys, I'm going to shut the hell up now and let my original review do the talking for itself. So, see you guys. But here it is, folks. Like I promised, Godzilla vs. Kong review. Had to do this, had to talk about this. This is basically like the biggest movie in the world right now. Really the biggest movie since like COVID started. And yes, I know this is a political channel, but when you really think about it, this is a political issue, right? There is deep-seated politics behind the issue of Godzilla vs. Kong, because I'm sure every president, I'm sure Biden is currently asking himself, the real question that's on the mind of the country, which is, what the hell do we do if Godzilla arises out of the ocean and starts attacking San Francisco? Like, it's a relevant question, right? And by the way, my response to Godzilla attacking San Francisco would be just let him destroy San Francisco. It'd be a great thing for the country, in my opinion. But no, seriously. And then there is sort of this political divide of, personally, and don't get me wrong, I like Godzilla and all, but if you're gonna side with Godzilla over Kong, then you are officially a degenerate, and you are a traitor to the United States of America, and that is just a fact, okay? Because you are siding with big Japanese lizard over big American monkey, and you're just an absolute traitor. So there is politics, nestled into this, but overall, I just wanted to make that an excuse. But anyways, folks, before we get into this review, I want to make it clear, this is a spoiler-included review, okay? Originally, I was going to make this a spoiler-free review, but the movie came out a few days ago already. It does seem to me that everyone most of you guys seem to have watched the movie already, and if you haven't, then click off right now if you don't want to be spoiled, okay? So don't get mad at me saying I spoiled the movie for you, okay? This is a spoilers-included review. We're not going to go super heavy on the spoilers, but we'll probably talk about some important spoilers. So seriously, spoilers included. Click off right now, okay? Okay, last chance, last call. Okay. Okay, then if you're watching beyond this point, then you are completely down to be spoiled. Okay, folks, let's get into this. Godzilla versus Kong. My thoughts. By the way, I am not someone who walked into this movie blind. I've seen all the Monsterverse movies before this, okay? Godzilla 1 in 2014, King of the Monsters, Skull Island. I saw all those movies. And by the way, if you just walked into this movie not watching those movies, you're probably going to be confused as hell, because the movie kind of just gets started very fast. It doesn't really give that introduction because it's expecting that you watch the movies before it, and which you should. If you didn't, then you were also degenerate for just walking into the movie that's like the fourth in the trilogy in the series, and then just not knowing what the hell is going on. So that's your fault, okay? That's your fault. But overall, I thought this movie was solid. I thought it was a solid movie, okay? And let me just say that I liked everything in the movie up until the very end. Okay, so throughout the movie, solid movie. Everything's going great. I'm like, this is pretty cool, pretty good storyline, all this stuff. But I thought, I'll just get this out of the way. I thought the ending was extremely weak. and I almost got the feeling watching the end. I was like, this movie's really well done, but I almost got the feeling watching the end of the movie that it must have been like they were filming and then COVID hit, and so they just tried to rush the end of the movie. Because I'm gonna say it, the end of the movie did feel pretty rushed. Honestly, it's only 1 hour 53 minutes long. I thought that was too short for, maybe a regular Godzilla movie, fine, but this is Godzilla versus Kong. I mean, this is like the big one. This is the big one, and then you only make it 1 hour 53 minutes long. I mean, I thought this really deserved a 3 hour movie time, and I thought everything was going well, but then when Mecha Godzilla kind of emerges and he's like King Ghidorah's what's it called? His consciousness, basically. I kind of wanted more from Mecha Godzilla. I thought, they just kind of. I thought the fight was too short. I mean, I thought what really should have happened is that Godzilla and Kong fight over Hong Kong, and then maybe Mecha comes out. But somehow something happens and they're separated. Mecha escapes, right? Mecha escapes, and then Kong and Godzilla. This is what I would have done. Kong and Godzilla are basically like really hurt, really injured. Mecha escapes, and Mecha's going all up and down the seaboard of China, basically destroying Beijing, destroying Hong Kong, and then the humans. This is what I would have done. I think this would have been like a really good addition to the movie. That would have added like 30 to 40 minutes and would have just made it the solid, perfect movie and the best movie in the series. He's going up and down China, the seaboard of China, destroying everything. And meanwhile, Godzilla and Kong are screwed up. I mean, they're injured because Mecha is like a superpower, basically. So the humans are here in Hong Kong, basically trying to revive Godzilla and Kong. And then finally, it comes to where Mecha is attacking. Guess what? Guess what city? Tokyo. Okay, that's where I would have had the movie end, is in Tokyo, where Mecha is about to destroy Tokyo, and then because Tokyo is like the original Godzilla city. To pay tribute to the original Toho films, I would have done it to where Godzilla and Kong meet up with Mecha in Tokyo, and they have that final fight in Tokyo, and that's where Godzilla and Kong basically defeat Mecha, and then you could have the ending like that. But I just thought the movie was cut too short. It was like Mecha only really got like 10 minutes of screen time really with that fight, and it kind of was just kind of underwhelming in my opinion. It was just too rushed. There wasn't enough build up to the Mecha, and I just feel like the ending of the movie was so rushed. And then okay, let's say you want to end the movie there and you want to kind of rush it. Okay, but what angered me even more about the ending of that movie was the fact that, okay, now Mecha's dead. Godzilla just swims off. He's just like, okay, Kong, you're all right, big monkey. Just swims off. And then the ending of the movie, you don't get any closure on what the world is like now, how people reacted, anything like that. It just shows Kong, very happy monkey, in the hollow earth, and that's it. Okay, they couldn't even give us end credits. You remember in King of the Monsters, they had end credits that basically explained what happened to the world after that? I would have appreciated that for Godzilla vs. Kong. At least that would have been sort of a good ending, but we didn't even get that. It just cuts straight to regular credits, no Easter eggs or anything in the credits, and it's like, what the hell? I mean, what the hell? There was really no closure. So I thought that tainted what was otherwise would have been. Or otherwise was, I would say. I thought it was otherwise a very good movie. The cinematography was great. The CGI, the fights were very good. They're very well done fights. That fight on the ocean I thought was pretty cool. And then who could deny that fight at Hong Kong at night when the lights were lighting up on the buildings? Like, that was badass. Like, that was freaking awesome. I just wish, again, that the movie could have had more sort of closure at the end. You know what I mean? But overall, I thought that was good. Like I said, I thought it was a solid movie going up to. I just thought the ending kind of left a bad taste in my mouth in the sense that it wasn't that it was bad, but it felt incomplete. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about the movie. So there's two, like most Godzilla films, there's like most of the King of the Monsters films at least, there's basically two storylines going on, right? You have the storyline with Madison and her dad, which is like they're the original characters from King of the Monsters, and that sort of storyline where they kind of end up in Hong Kong. I don't know, it was okay, it wasn't terrible. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. Like, it was, I guess the point of it was to introduce you to Mecha, and it was there, and at least you got some continuity from the last movie where there's like return of characters, which is not something that we got for the previous movie. So at least there was some like continuity with the series, right? Like that's something I thought the series was missing. Oh, why do all these characters just disappear after the end of the movie? So I thought that aspect, it was okay to see them, but honestly their storyline was kind of weak. It was okay. I wouldn't call it weak. It was just average. So I'll give that a 5 out of 10. What I really liked, however, was the storyline with Kong and that Iwi girl. Like, I actually really enjoyed that. I thought it was very well done, for at least for a monster movie. And I'd give that an 8 or 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed that. I kind of appreciated the way I kind of you were able to feel kind of this emotional bond to Kong that you never really felt with Godzilla in the last movies. Like, you're kind of the extent to which you like Godzilla in the other Godzilla movies is just that, oh, he's the good guy basically saving humanity. But here with Kong, and I really like the way that actually they discovered Kong can speak sign language and stuff, because it's like you actually feel this like physical connection, physical attachment to Kong. I mean emotional. I mean not physical. Okay, I said that wrong. Emotional attachment to Kong, where you actually kind of like him and kind of like feel and empathize with him as a character. And I thought that in the Iwi storyline, I really enjoyed that. I mean, it was a nice touch. I thought it was a really nice touch. So I'll give that like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Overall, I thought the movie was, like I said, that ending kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I thought the movie was better. I'll say this. I don't know, because I don't want to hate on that 2014 Godzilla movie, because it kind of feels kind of small in retrospect to all the other movies. But the story was it was kind of generic, but I thought it was kind of decently done with that original film. But I will say, okay, I think Godzilla vs. Kong is better than that 2014 Godzilla, but personally, I thought King of the Monsters was overall better. Okay, so I will put this Godzilla movie in between the other two Godzilla movies. Okay, from the Monsterverse, basically. I guess, I don't know, where does it go with Kong Skull Island? The thing about Skull Island is I didn't like it the first time I saw it. I thought it was like I thought it was just basically a ridiculous, like, over dramatized version of the original King Kong movies, which it was. But then I guess in the context of the Monsterverse, it's actually a pretty good movie. It makes sense. So I don't even know if you can really rank it with Skull Island, because it's just such a different kind of movie. But I will say it goes in the middle there. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Okay, 7 out of 10. It could be an 8 or 9 out of 10 if the ending felt like it had closure. But that, like I said, that was my only problem with the movie. But it did kind of leave me like wanting more, in the sense that, not wanting more in a good way, like, oh, I want a sequel. I just want to know what the hell happened after those 5 minutes, okay, at least. But yeah, 7 out of 10 as a movie. Like I said, Madison storyline was kind of lame. It was okay. Mecha, I thought needed more screen time. I thought it's a cool character, but it needed more screen time, more than one fight, more than one like emergence, basically. And the Iwi girl, that was pretty good. Kong was pretty well done. Godzilla, great as always. Like I said, solid movie, pretty good movie. Not the best one in the Monsterverse, though. That might be a hot take, but I feel like the people who think otherwise just haven't seen King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters, that is freaking like, I'm sorry, the ending of King of the Monsters where Godzilla becomes King of the Monsters, he becomes the Alpha Titan. You just can't match that with Kong just swinging around, very happy monkey in the Hollow Earth. Like, it's like, what the heck? Okay, now one thing I will give praise for this movie for, as much as I like Kong out of my patriotic Americanness, out of the fact that I'm just an American and I like Big Monkey, the problem I thought that was going to happen going into this movie is basically this meme right here, okay? This meme. You guys might have seen this meme about Godzilla versus Kong, where it's like, okay, Godzilla is a walking nuclear reactor that can literally spit atomic fire, and is the Alpha Titan, literally disintegrated King Ghidorah, and, we're out here just saying that Big Monkey stands a chance, and I thought, I was kind of scared that they were going to nerf Godzilla a lot, to the extent to where it's like, what the hell is this? This is not balanced. But, first of all, Godzilla really won when you think about it, right? He didn't kill Kong, but he literally was going to kill Kong. Kong would have died if it had not been for the fact that the humans defibrillated him with that whole HEV, right? So Kong would have literally died. And by the way, I thought the Hollow Earth storyline was pretty good. Let me just say that. I think I forgot to mention that. I like that. I enjoyed that. But Kong literally would have died. Godzilla could have just killed him right there, and Kong was dying anyway, so Godzilla won. Okay, Godzilla won. As much as I don't like that out of the fact that my big monkey nationalism, it is true that when you really look at the context of the universe, there's no freaking way, even with Kong's battle axe, there's no freaking, that's made of Godzilla skin, there's no freaking way that Kong could possibly defeat Godzilla, and that's exactly what I thought the right thing was. Godzilla is supposed to win. And so I appreciate, and I know they have a lot of American fans, and I'm sure, I guess they piss off the Japanese fans too, but I appreciate the fact that they didn't just cave to the fact that most of the audience was rooting for Kong. I appreciated the fact that they actually kept realistic to the Monsterverse, which clearly says that Godzilla should beat the crap out of Kong, and that's really what happened. I mean, Kong really got the crap beat out of him. He stood his own, he held his own a few times, don't get me wrong, but it really was never a fair fight, and it was not supposed to be a fair fight. Godzilla is clearly superior. Okay, Kong has no power. She's just big monkey. Godzilla is a nuclear reactor, like just that spits atomic fire. There's a clear difference here. Okay, so I did like that. Anyways, guys, that'll basically wrap up this review. Okay, let me know what you guys thought of Godzilla vs. Kong in the comments. Let me know if you think my takes were basically brain dead, that the ending sucked and that King of the Monsters was better. I'm all ears. Let's have these debates. Okay, let's fight, folks. But yeah. With that being said, folks, hope you enjoyed. Hope you finally appreciate the fact that we finally got this freaking review out. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember, folks, alpha moves only. Godzilla scream. Okay, peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to click some of the stuff on my left for some more awesome content. Also, to follow me on social media, check out my podcast, and some more awesome stuff, be sure to check out the links down in my description. All right? Peace.